Hey everyone, Joe Soto here, and now I get to help you remove some excuses with, hey Joe, I can't find people's email addresses, or how do I find people's email addresses? I'm going to help you with a few different creative ways to find email addresses. Now, I'm going to give you 3 ways actually. So the first way is to call the company and ask for the person's email address. I am shocked how many people don't call a business and just ask for it and just tell them I have some correspondence I wanted to send along, or I have something I want to be able to email the founder who is his, and then you would ask if it's that you're confirming their email. You can say, is it jsoto@revenueinbound.com, or what's his email, and you just assume like they're going to give it to you. Okay, so let's say a person, Mary Johnson, answers the phone and say, hey Mary, Joe Soto here, and I'm calling for Richard, and I just want to confirm his email. I'm going to be emailing him stuff over. I know he's busy. I'm not going to try and call right now or get a hold of him. So I just prefer to email him something. So could you tell me what his email is? I have richard@xyz.com. Is that his email? And just ask for it. You'd be surprised. They'll be like, no, it's actually rsmith@xyz.com, and they'll just give it to you. So I know that sounds simplistic, and I'm going to give you some really creative ways to find emails, but that's step number 1. Just call and ask. Okay, I mean, you're a professional business person. You're your own agency. Call and ask and get someone's email. All right, the second way is you can guess what their email address is. So for example, if you know the name of the business and you know their domain, then you can send an email with their first name at their domain name, or you could do first initial last name at their domain name, or you could do just their initials at the domain name, right? Or you can do their first and last name together and the domain name, because most people, when they pick their email addresses, pick their first name or their first initial and last name as their email address at the domain name. So you'd be surprised how many you could just guess correctly. Just try it. Now remember, it'll bounce back if you guessed incorrectly. You can try the new one. And then if you've tried a couple, you can then call them and say, listen, I've actually sent an email, 2 emails to Richard, and I think I got the wrong email. I've sent one to this one, I've sent one to this one. Do I have his email incorrect? They're going to say, yes, you do. It's this instead. And now you're going to get the right email. So those are the first 2 ways. Now I want to show you the third way to find people's emails, and that is to use the tools. So let's go to the laptop, and I'm going to show you some really cool resources and tools for you to use so we can find people's email addresses online. Okay, here we are. We're on the laptop, and the first resource I have pulled up here is Hunter.io. This is one of the most popular tools. You probably have heard of 1 or 2 of these, but you haven't heard of all of them, I'm willing to bet. So Hunter.io is really cool. You can add it to your Chrome as an app. If you're not using Chrome, I don't know what you're thinking. Use Chrome, because you can add these cool apps to it. And it's really neat because it'll actually show you all the different emails for a particular company. So this is especially helpful the larger the business or the bigger the company that you're targeting. But you'd be surprised, a lot of small business owners also show up on here. So I always try Hunter.io first. You can add to Chrome there. You put in the company domain name and you find email addresses, and I'll show it to you. Really simple to use. Just go to Hunter.io and it'll pull up. Another resource for you, and I would invite you to try 1 or 2 of these so you can find the one that you enjoy using the most. So this one is findthat.email. Yeah, that's their domain name. Really cool, right? And they call it the yellow pages of email. So find the email addresses of professionals in millions of companies worldwide. So really good directory site, and it pulls from and integrates, like it says, it integrates with all these different apps. Bulk email finder, becoming more and more popular, by the way. This is one of these resources that came out, I think, really within the last year, and has become really popular on the scene, versus Hunter.io has been out for a little longer. You also can add the Chrome extension. I always say when all else fails, go to the next tool. And then I think I got Lucia wrong here. So Lucia email finder. Is it? Here it is. Lucia.co. I spelled it wrong. Lucia.co. I think everything's IO. Okay, yeah, B2B contact information at your fingertips. Another great resource, and a lot of big companies are currently using Lucia, and the pricing's right for these companies. Most of these are, in fact, Hunter.io is free. For their free version is pretty good. And these other ones have very inexpensive, sometimes they'll let you have like up to 20 emails a month, and then the rest you have to pay for. So just do some digging. Here's a fourth one for you, and this is one I've been using now for over 2 years called, I think it's over 2 years now, called anymailfinder.com. Very similar to Hunter.io in that it'll give you access to the different emails associated with the domain name, but they give you 20 free credits per month to use in case you want to just go the freebie route, and it's not very expensive to upgrade to the bigger version. So try that one out. And then one of the newer ones I was actually recently introduced to that's really cool is sellhack.com. Find leads, build lists, send cold emails, spend more time meeting with prospects and less time trying to find them, they say. And it's the only tool you'll ever need to take control of your pipeline. I know some of you use tools like pipedrive.com and to manage your CRM and your sales pipeline. I would invite you to take a look at sellhack.com because it does integrate with platforms like HubSpot. Look, it even looks like it even oh, it looks like this is the best sales teams prospect here. Oh, these companies, so Facebook, HubSpot, Salesforce, Oracle are all using SellHack. This is one of the newer ones. I haven't personally used SellHack yet. I'm excited to try it because it is one of the ones that just newly came on the scene and was highly recommended to us and our teams. And then as a bonus resource, I just want to share something with you. Actually, we're going to save this resource for the lesson where we talk about DMing people, so I'm going to wait. So let's just leave this as where we're at with these 5 resources. So just to recap, the first way that you're going to find email addresses is to call them and just ask for it. The second way is to literally guess people's first initial, last name, first name at the domain of their company name, or try different combinations, and you can guess. You'd be surprised how many names you're going to get right or that you're going to guess. Now, what's interesting is that some CEOs, they actually have CEO at thedomainname.com, and so don't be afraid to try stuff like that. Email addresses go to somebody; they don't just go out in space. And then the third way to find email addresses is to use the tools. We talked about Hunter.io. We talked about FindThat.email, we talked about Lucia.co, and we talked about anymailfinder.com, as well as sellhack.com, which is a cold email list building service. I haven't even looked at the pricing for these guys, but my guess is it's very fair, which, as you can see here, $19 a month, and you get a whole prospect list builder. So there's no excuses. You can do it. You can find the email addresses. Now we'll get into the next lesson with what do we email these people? What do we send them? What are we going to be emailing? What are the templates? What are the scripts, Joe? So let's go into the next lesson. We'll get into it.